Access your free language gifts right now before they expire. Here's what you're getting this month. First, the Using Opposites Conversation Cheat Sheet. With this new cheat sheet, you'll learn common opposite adjectives like near and far, hot and cold, and grammar rules on how to use these words in a sentence. Second, the How to Say Goodbye PDF Writing Workbook. With this printable PDF, you'll pick up some common parting greetings and be able to practice writing them out. Third, can you talk about cars in your target language? Learn how to say words like tire, windshield, headlights, and more with this quick vocab bonus. Fourth, must know words and phrases for public transportation. Learn how to say ticket, bus, train, and much more with this quick 1-minute lesson. Fifth, the 10 habits of highly effective language learners. Wondering which habits will help you succeed with language learning? Then check out this free lesson. Sixth, want the language learning app that gets you speaking? Download Innovative Language Learning for free for the Android, iPhone, and iPad. You'll unlock bite-sized audio and video lessons that teach you practical conversations and start speaking in minutes. And finally, the deal of the month. If you want to make your language learning breakthrough this year and get full access to our complete learning program, then get 31% off Premium and Premium Plus with the Breakthrough Sale. To get your gifts and language learning resources, click the link in the lesson description below. Download them right now before they expire. Hi everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to Conversational Phrases. In this lesson, you'll learn conversational phrases to answer the question, what are you doing? After watching this video, you'll be able to answer this question and tell someone something about what you're writing. Now let's take a look at some conversational phrases.
Listen to the dialogue.
Что ты делаешь?
Я пишу в моем дневнике.
Once more with the English translation.
Что ты делаешь?
What are you doing?
Я пишу в моем дневнике.
I'm writing my journal. First of all, you'll need to learn how to say, what are you doing? That's,
Что ты делаешь?
listen to it again.
Что ты делаешь? Что ты делаешь?
Now, how do you answer this question? The pattern is
Я пишу.
object. I'm writing object. For example, I'm writing my journal.
Я пишу в моем дневнике. Я пишу в моем дневнике.
Here are a few more phrases you can use with the same pattern. My journal.
В моем дневнике. В моем дневнике.
My journal.
В моем дневнике.
My schedule.
Свое расписание. Свое расписание.
My schedule.
Свое расписание.
What happened today?
О том, что случилось сегодня. О том, что случилось сегодня.
What happened today?
О том, что случилось сегодня.
A to-do list.
Список дел. Список дел.
A to-do list.
Список дел.
Let's look at some examples. Listen and repeat or speak along with the native speakers.
Что ты делаешь?
Я пишу свое расписание.
What are you doing?
Что ты делаешь?
I'm writing my schedule.
Я пишу свое расписание.
Что ты делаешь?
Я пишу о том, что случилось сегодня.
What are you doing?
Что ты делаешь?
I'm writing what happened today.
Я пишу о том, что случилось сегодня.
Что ты делаешь?
Я пишу список дел.
What are you doing?
Что ты делаешь?
I'm writing a to-do list.
Я пишу список дел.
Okay, now it's your turn. Do you remember how to say, what are you doing?
Что ты делаешь?
Now, imagine you're writing your schedule. Do you remember how to say, my schedule?
Свое расписание. Свое расписание.
Say, I'm writing my schedule.
Я пишу свое расписание.
Now, answer the question saying you're writing your schedule.
Что ты делаешь?
Я пишу свое расписание.
Now, imagine you're writing what happened today. Do you remember how to say, what happened today?
О том, что случилось сегодня. О том, что случилось сегодня.
Say, I'm writing what happened today.
Я пишу о том, что случилось сегодня.
Now, answer the question saying you're writing what happened today.
Что ты делаешь?
Я пишу о том, что случилось сегодня.
Now, imagine you're writing a to-do list. Do you remember how to say a to-do list?
Список дел. Список дел.
Say, I'm writing a to-do list.
Я пишу список дел.
Now, answer the question saying you're writing a to-do list.
Что ты делаешь?
Я пишу список дел.
Hi everyone, I'm Gabriella. How are your Russian listening skills? In this video, you'll have a chance to test them out with a quiz. First, you'll see an image and hear a question. Next comes a short dialogue. Listen carefully and see if you can answer correctly. We'll show you the answer at the end. Are you ready?
Мужчина и женщина разговаривают. Почему мужчина опоздал?
Извини за опоздание.
Ты снова проспал?
Нет, я сегодня проснулся в 6 утра.
Тогда почему ты снова опоздал?
Не было автобуса.
Правда?
По правде говоря, автобус опоздал совсем на немного, но я ошибся и вышел на другой остановке. Мне пришлось идти сюда пешком.
Почему мужчина опоздал? Мужчина и женщина разговаривают. Почему мужчина опоздал?
Извини за опоздание.
Ты снова проспал?
Нет, я сегодня проснулся в 6 утра.
Тогда почему ты снова опоздал?
Не было автобуса.
Правда?
По правде говоря, автобус опоздал совсем на немного, но я ошибся и вышел на другой остановке. Мне пришлось идти сюда пешком.
Did you get it right? I hope you learned something from this quiz. Let us know if you have any questions. See you next time. Hey everyone, welcome to the Monthly Review, the monthly show on language learning, where you discover new learning strategies, motivational tips, study tools, and resources. By the way, all the lessons and bonuses you're about to see can be downloaded for free on our website. So click the link in the description right now to sign up for your free lifetime account. Okay, today's topic is how to learn a language 2 times faster by learning in pairs. And no, this does not mean learning with another person. But if you're looking for a way to learn more, improve faster, and do both input and output instead of just focusing on one language skill at a time, then this month's episode is for you. You'll discover 1. How learning in pairs gets you mastering more of the language, and 2. How you can apply this tactic to your learning. So, how can you learn a language in pairs? Part 1. How adding a human dynamic boosts your motivation. First, what's learning in pairs exactly? Think about it. When we study a language, a lot of the time we focus on one skill at a time, right? For example, one day you'll focus on grammar, another day you'll focus on speaking. For the most part, we only focus on one skill at a time. Learning in pairs is combining 2 skills, pairing them up. For example, reading and writing, listening and speaking, and grammar and vocabulary, just like that. Why do this? Is there anything wrong with focusing on one thing at a time? Not at all. Any time you spend learning is time well spent. But learning in pairs has some advantages and can help you master a language faster. Number 1, it's a better use of your time. For example, instead of spending 10 minutes on a word list, you can spend 5 minutes reviewing and the other 5 minutes saying those words out loud. So that would involve vocabulary and speaking. So you improve 2 skills at the same time. And you end up remembering the words better because you're practicing them in 2 different ways. Number 2, you're forced to do input and output. Input is where you take the language in, like reading or listening, and output where you produce the language, like speaking or writing. That way, you get to practice what you learn instead of just passively taking it in. And passively taking things in isn't the best way to actually speak the language fluently. You need practice. So by including output, you're actively including practice into every session that you do. And number 3, learning in pairs breaks up the monotony of doing one thing at a time. You might also wonder, do the skills have to be related? They can be, like listening and speaking, or reading and writing. But it's really up to you and what works for you. In the next part, we'll show you some examples of pairs and how to practice them with our program. But to recap, learning in pairs means pairing up 2 skills, like reading and writing, speaking and listening, grammar and writing, grammar and speaking, as well as other variations that you can come up with. So if you read for 5 minutes, you should also write for 5 minutes, or speak for 5 minutes, instead of reading for 10 minutes. Plus, words and grammar rules tend to stick better when you practice them in different ways. This is a learning tactic called interleaving. So, here's how you can learn in pairs with our learning program. Part 2, how you can apply this tactic to your learning. First, for listening and speaking, take our audio and video lessons. Listen to the conversations and shadow along, or repeat what you hear. To make it easier, download the dialogue tracks, which give you just the conversations, and listen and shadow along with them. For reading and writing, you can read the lesson dialogue and then write it out. You can do this with the line-by-line dialogue or with our lesson notes. So, reading and writing, listening and speaking. These are the most obvious pairs to do. You can also try grammar and speaking. For every grammar rule you learn in our lessons, spend an equal amount of time creating and saying example sentences out loud. For example, if you learned the potential form I am able to or I can, come up with and say lines like I'm able to run fast, I am not able to run fast, I can jump, I cannot jump, and then say them out loud. You can also do this while pairing grammar and writing. For every rule you learn in our lessons, write out the example sentences. Next, you can also try vocabulary and speaking. Use our free vocabulary lists. Review them first for 5 minutes, and then spend the next 5 minutes saying them out loud. You can also try listening and writing. If you're an intermediate or an advanced learner, listen to a lesson conversation and write it out as you hear it. Or, if you want something easier, play our vocabulary builder lessons, where you hear just the words and write them out. These are just a few examples of how to learn in pairs. Feel free to create other pairs that we haven't mentioned. And let us know which ones you came up with and how they worked for you. Leave a comment. So thank you for watching this episode of Monthly Review. Next time, we'll talk about the halfway point and how to keep going with language learning. If you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. And if you're ready to finally learn language the fast, fun, and easy way and start speaking from your very first lesson, get our complete learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account right now. Click the link in the description. See you next time. Bye! You want to learn a language and succeed, right? But where do you start and what do you do? There's grammar, speaking, listening, reading, and writing. So much to do and no clear pathway to follow. And it can feel overwhelming, right? But what if you had a clear, step-by-step path of lessons that taught you everything you needed to know and took you from absolute beginner to advanced, and all you had to do was just follow the pathway? Well, you can do just that with our recommended learning pathway. But if you don't yet have access, sign up for a free lifetime account right now. Just click the link in the description. So, how does our recommended pathway help you learn the language fast? 1. You get a clear starting point. With any goal you have, it's important to know where to start and what steps to take. Otherwise, you quickly get discouraged. So that's where our recommended pathway comes in. The pathway is simply a collection of audio and video lessons to learn with, and assessments that test you on what you've learned in the last few lessons. So you get a clear, step-by-step pathway of lessons laid out for you. Just follow the pathway, complete the lessons, do the assessments, and that's it. You'll find the recommended pathway on your dashboard and in the lesson library. 2. You get lessons that are right for you. When you sign up and set your learning level, whether absolute beginner, intermediate, or advanced, we give you a level-appropriate pathway. There's Level 1 for absolute beginners, meaning you have no experience. Level 2 for beginners with some experience. And all the way to Level 5 for advanced learners. So your learning experience is tailored to you and where you are in your journey. 3. You can level up your language skills. Instead of wondering if you're improving. How? As you're going through the pathway, you're constantly learning with the lessons, and you're constantly getting tested on what you've learned, with our lessons and multiple choice and hand-graded assessments. You'll find the assessments peppered throughout the pathway after every few lessons. And once you're finished with the Level 1 Absolute Beginner path, we give you Beginner, Level 2, then Intermediate, Level 3, and all the way up to Advanced. 4. You can easily stay on track and reach your language goal. Sticking with goals can be hard, especially when you don't see a clear path from where you are to where you want to be. But with the recommended pathways, you get a clear step-by-step pathway of lessons. All the lessons are laid out in front of you. Just do one lesson a day and follow the path until the end. By the end of that pathway, you'll level up your language. So if you're feeling overwhelmed with language learning and if you just want one clear pathway to follow, take advantage of our recommended learning pathway. But if you don't yet have access, sign up for a free lifetime account right now. Just click the link in the description to sign up. Want to speak more of your target language? Well, here's a completely free way to boost your vocabulary so you can understand more, speak more, and increase your fluency. In this quick guide, you'll learn all about our free vocabulary lists, how you can unlock hundreds of vocabulary lists that we give only to our users, and how you can learn new words and phrases fast without having to memorize for hours. But first, if you don't yet have access to our free vocabulary lists, be sure to sign up for a free lifetime account. Just click the link down in the description to sign up right now. So, how do these free vocabulary lists increase your fluency? Here's how. First, you can boost your vocabulary and range of expression with hundreds of vocabulary lists spanning all the must-know topics. Just look for the vocabulary lists inside the vocabulary drop-down menu on the site. And there, you'll find lists for all kinds of topics, such as introducing yourself, talking about weather, the most common conversational phrases, holidays like Valentine's Day, Halloween, Christmas, New Year's, and much more. Second, you can practice your listening skills. By hearing the words at both native speed and at the slower half speed. Just click on the speaker icon next to each word to hear it at normal speed, and click a second time to hear the word at half speed, and you'll easily start understanding the word anytime you hear it. Third, you can practice your speaking skills with the voice recorder, a premium feature inside the vocabulary lists. Just click on the microphone icon to record yourself saying the word or phrase. You can also listen to the native pronunciation and your own pronunciation side by side. That way, you can instantly hear how close you are to the native speaker and how to improve. Fourth, you can easily review the words with the vocabulary slideshow tool. Just click the Play Slideshow button at the top and sit back and listen to the words. You can also play the slideshow on loop until all of the words and phrases are stuck in your brain. And fifth, if you want to master these words even faster, you can save them to your word bank or study them with the flashcards. Both are premium features. The word bank is your personal collection of key vocabulary, where you can also create printable vocabulary study sheets. And with flashcards, you can drill the words and retain them forever, thanks to our smart spaced repetition system. So if you want to boost your vocabulary and speak more of your target language, then get access to our free vocabulary lists. Sign up for a free lifetime account right now. Just click the link in the description to sign up. Want to easily remember new vocab and phrases? Fact: everyone, beginners and advanced learners alike, forgets new words the first time they learn them. So what's the secret to remembering? What do smart learners do? They note them down and review them later. And you can do this with our study tool called the Word Bank, your extended brain for language learning. And in this video, you'll discover 1. How to save keywords and phrases, 2. How to review the words so that you never forget them, and 3. How to create your own printable vocabulary worksheets. But first, if you don't yet have access to this tool and our lessons, just click the link down in the description and sign up for your free lifetime account right now. First, what is the Word Bank? The Word Bank is a premium study tool, and it's your personal language database, where you can save new words and phrases with a single click, review them all in one spot, and never forget them. Think of it as your extended brain for language learning. Look for the Word Bank in the vocabulary drop-down menu on the site, or inside the menu in our app. So, how do you take full advantage of this powerful study tool? 2. How to save keywords and phrases. If you're taking a lesson and want to save key vocab, simply go to the vocabulary section. Select the words you'd like to save and click on Add to Word Bank. If you're using the core word list, like the 2,000 most common words, or the vocabulary lists, select the words, go to Add Selected Words, and click on Word Bank. Now, the words and phrases are saved in your Word Bank, and you can even organize the entries with labels like adjectives, verbs, or phrases. 3. How to review the words. Once you save the words to your Word Bank, you can easily see all of them, all in one spot. With every word or phrase, you get the audio pronunciation, the translation, and even the related lessons where they're introduced. That way, you can review the words one by one. If you'd like to study words with flashcards, just click on Sync to Flashcard Deck. This will create a flashcard deck of your Word Bank entries for you to study. 4. How to create your own printable vocabulary worksheets. If you want to have physical worksheets and practice writing the words on paper, Then click on Printer-Friendly version and print out your Word Bank entries. You can even export your Word Bank as PDF, CSV, or XML files. Remember, you can use this powerful feature with flashcards, lessons, and vocab lists, so take advantage right now. Save new words and phrases to your Word Bank with a single click. Review them all in one spot and never forget them with the Word Bank feature. But if you don't yet have access, sign up for a free lifetime account right now. Just click the link in the description to get your free lifetime account. Great work! Here's a reward. Speed up your language learning with our PDF lessons. Get all of our best PDF cheat sheets and ebooks for free. Just click the link in the description.